Hello guys, welcome to Amor-Zone CV. I hope you are okay. So today we are listening to the Higher Education Portfolio Committee exposing what is happening in our universities. Illegal foreigners are studying in South Africa using fake student visas. So let's listen to them.
The second point, you make reference to the UK having 30 something, other countries having so much. Those countries themselves have got laws. You can't, like I've said, you can't just rock up in the UK and say, I'm going to work at this institute. There is laws that you must follow. And what we are asking, because of, again, the shocking report about how infiltrated the Department of Home Affairs has been, are we safe? Like Honorable Ngubane said earlier on, they are talking about just one country having, in fact, the numbers are, I think they said more than 10,000 students would have received fake student visas. More than 10,000. And it went further, that report, and said some of them, by the way, are not in your institutions. They're not there. Some of them, they were never there in your institutions. They just paid somebody at Home Affairs with a fake letter from UP, all right? And then they are roaming the streets of South Africa. That is one part. Others are indeed inside the institutions, but they are there having submitted fake documentation. So the argument that this that you in the institutions want to persuade us on is unnecessary. We're persuaded that there must be internationalization. I don't know how to put it. Maybe it's my English. Again, I went to a township school, so maybe my English doesn't English here. But I'm saying we're not questioning the policy framework on internationalization. We're not questioning it. We're saying, yes, if you believe that you need this particular person to come here, no problem. But in so doing, have we followed our laws? That is what, so anybody who wants to comment, you see now I'm discouraging you when you pen your, there should be no four matters you want to talk about. You must talk on one, which is legislation and the law followed. That is what we want to understand, because we must not take what the report of the SIU said yesterday lightly. That we are an entry point to potential people who may be criminals, come here to sell drugs. But we are the gateway as the Department of Higher Education. And they might be using, fake acceptance letters from yourselves. You might find that in some of your institutions, in that registrar's office, you have people who are issuing fake offers to these people.
So guys, please allow me to clarify some few things here. The Higher Education Portfolio Committee is in the University of Pretoria, investigating all these claims that our universities, our higher education institutions are hiring mostly foreigners. And in this university and more other universities, they are telling the portfolio committee that they are hiring foreigners because foreigners are more skilled than South Africans. That is the only justification they have for what they are doing.
So when we're asking this, it's not necessarily to attack you. We're not. Yes, on this, I know for a fact that, where I grew up, Prof, they said, if somebody asks a legitimate question, and instead of getting a response to that question, and instead to get people trying to explain why this thing is done, then there's something wrong. And I can tell you, I've said it. I said, we will find some amongst us, some in your institutions, who would have enabled wrongdoing. And we have a responsibility to get rid of those. We must hold them accountable. We must hold them accountable. So I thought I must just clarify that part, that, you know, the 4 points that you spoke about, they're correct. I mean, the UK, they've got few laws there. FIRS is one of them, that legislate how me as a foreign student or foreign national, I can go and study there or work. It also tells you that if you are working here and you have a study visa and you work, you can only work for certain hours, then they specify. So they are not doing that because they are bored. And when we are asking, our laws also, by the way, they are very explicit on what must happen. That's why we're asking, so that we are able to prevent wrong things. Somebody said to me, are you not thinking that you asking these questions might ignite some Afrophobe and xenophobe people in South Africa who might want to attack foreigners? And I said, that's a fair question. But think about it this way. Don't you think not contesting the misinformation about the number of foreign nationals who are in our institutions might also ignite the same people to go fight them, which will be very bad? So you must not only look at it from a defensive point of view. It might be, but we are not, I mean, we're very explicit, we're very clear. We're not xenophobia, we're not Afrophobe, but we're saying, are we doing things right? We're, if anything, we're anti-legislation. Those who are anti-legislation, those ones, then they can name us. We don't have a problem. We're anti those ones. Or we're Afro anti-legislatives. Because if you don't clarify this thing properly, you'll have problems. I will ask questions later on. I have plenty of questions around the issue of postdocs. How do we utilize them in the system?
But the question I have for South Africa, why are we always explaining ourselves so deep? If we have to enforce our laws in South Africa, we will have to explain so deeply as if we were doing something wrong, or we are trying by all means not to offend anyone. These are our laws. We have to enforce them. Like any other countries in the world, no country in this world will come and explain before they enforce their own laws, before they follow the rules of their own land. But in South Africa, you will find that we will hit our heads on the rock trying to explain to others so that we will not offend anyone. Why are we behaving like this? There's nothing wrong the portfolio committee is doing. They just have to follow the laws of the land, that's all, not explaining to anyone. Because there's no country in this world that will allow students to come with fraudulent documents. There's no country in this world will allow its citizens to be unemployed and then they will accept only foreigners to come and work in their country. And they will tell their people that you are not skilled. We take only foreigners because they are more skilled than you. These people studied here in South Africa. Why didn't they offer them skills like other countries do to their people? Why are they looking down on South Africans? Why are they embarrassing South Africans? Is it not the fault of the same government that South Africans are not skilled like foreigners? Foreign countries are taking care of their citizens. They are teaching them skills. They are learning skills from their countries. Their governments are teaching them skills. But we South Africans are not getting all those opportunities from our own government. And then our government will come back to us to tell us we are not skilled. Why are our universities not teaching us skills if they know that in future they will need skills in this country? This is not fair. So guys, let me know what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, to like and share the video. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.